Hi, it's Tom Nicoli from MasterVisionary.com. I'm standing here outside my home, about to go pick up another new car, and just in gratitude of all the blessings that are in life. And there are a lot of things that we need to understand in order to live in a more simplistic approach to life, which will allow us to get through the complex parts of life. You know, we make it more complex than it is with all the extra thinking and all the lack of belief and all kinds of different things. Now, the last time I left you, I was talking about moving on. How in the inscription of the king's ring, something that would get him through anything, the phrase, "and this too shall pass," had helped him. Because all things will pass, but then I had mentioned some things won't. And that we need to talk about acceptance. And there are two parts to this today. The first part is when things happen that are irreversible, whether it's a personal injury or accident, a loss in some way, somebody passing, or something physical, tangible, there has to be, or not has to be, but I would suggest, this understanding and ability to accept and move on. Now, some things are easier to accept than others, but all things we can look at in a different way in order to move past the feeling of being stuck, limited, just not moving forward in any way. So let me give you a personal example that if you've seen anything that I've done in the last 3 or 4 years, then you're aware of this. So I had been here home playing some music with a buddy. We're about to record some tracks. And I quickly turned and stumbled, holding a wine glass. I fell face first holding that glass in my left hand, and it shattered, and the stem went through my eye and almost into my brain. Came in, went up, and almost into my brain. When I say almost into my brain, after the first operation to patch up my eye, so it's still my eye, just doesn't see. I don't use words like blind, hate, and worry, you know. It doesn't see right now. They were prepping me for the second operation. And then they decided, we don't have to do it. It was as close as you can get. So there was a chance there I might not have how to add numbers again, you know. But when it happened, because of the preparation, you know, you change oil rather than waiting for your engine to seize. So during the course of my growth, my development, and changing the way I approached life, which was very limited, very minimal, very, you know, low income, blue collar, and I was stuck like you can't imagine until I learned what I share now with people, is the preparation was getting myself into the right mind space. So when this happened, I pretty much cruised right through it. You know, when the doctor said to me, look, we have to talk. We need to operate. My first response was, thank you, I can now sleep. You guys will leave me alone. And he said, no, this is serious. You're not going to see out of that eye. And you can legally drive. And you can fly planes, because people with one eye fly planes. And I said, well, that's fantastic. And he asked me why. I said, because I can't fly one now. And he just looked at me and he said, you're going to be all right. And when I got out of the hospital, there were people all over the world, which that was one of the blessings. I learned how many people follow what I've done in my career, how much love there is, how much support with people you don't even know, never met. There was a long list of blessings that I wrote and put online, and it's just the way I looked, no pun, at it. You know, it's the perception that we have. So there was an acceptance factor. Now, was it challenging? Oh, hell yeah. I would creep into my driveway, into my garage rather, like I was 150 years old, when I usually just zip down the driveway and pull into the garage. And that was just one simple little part. A lot went on, a real lot. But anyway, I had to accept it, right? I don't complain about it. I don't tell my story. People ask what happened. I said, had an accident. That's all. Not sit here and let me tell you all about it, and let's repeat it, and let's relive it. Stop telling your story. That would be the first part of accepting. So here's one way that you can accept things in a different light. Whether it's a relationship, a job, something you really wanted, really liked, and now you don't have. You could have never had that. You know, I taught my son, who's now 25, a long time ago when he was crying because a toy broke. A long time ago. And I said, Jesse, you could have never had it. So be grateful and appreciate the time you had with it. Now that also goes for something as really serious and difficult and challenging as somebody passing. Especially when it's probably the most challenging. And that's when a child, somebody younger. We have this theory, this plan that only old people pass and young people aren't supposed to go before the old. But we're all here for the length of time that we're meant to be here. In some way, some shape, some reason, my belief. And in that case, what I would suggest and urge you to do is to live and honor their passing, their life. They're not here to live it. You are. You can live your life to celebrate the fact that you knew this person, and they're not here to do what you can do, to have this physical experience. Now, there's another part of acceptance that's not good, and that's when you will not let go. When you cling to things that aren't helping, aren't working, aren't good in any way. You know, I hear stories from my clients like, well, this person, but we've known them for 30 years. So? That's not a good reason. We need to just make changes. We need to not accept things that are going to limit us, not accept things that are going to cause problems for us, and realize this whole thing called life is just this journey down the river to have as many experiences as possible, to learn as many lessons as you can, to develop yourself, to grow into yourself, tap into your potential, and really honor your life. So start applying however you can, however you do it that works for you, the ability to accept what has happened as the master plan, that you continue to move on in your life, your way, and the things that aren't helping, that are negative in influence in some way, stop accepting them. So I'm Tom Nicoli from MasterVisionary.com. Go ahead and share all the videos and whatever I put out there that you feel will help somebody you know, because they'll appreciate that. And go over to MasterVisionary.com and take a look at how we may be able to work together to get you to a better place. You know, there was a time standing here in this neighborhood. It's something we used to drive through and wish we could live here. And it's Wednesday morning, and I just picked up a new car, and I'm going to see one client today and then do whatever I want. I can talk to you, too, about how you can tap into your potential and make changes to make this life one that you love living. So, make it a great day. I'm Tom Nicoli, MasterVisionary.com, and I'll see you next time.